Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has reaffirmed Egypt's support to the legitimate rights of Palestinian people, including the right to self-determination and statehood based on borders of June 4, 1967, with East Jerusalem as its capital. Madbouli confirmed this unwavering position during a meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas on Saturday, held on the sidelines of the 38th African Union Summit in Addis Ababa. The Prime Minister is representing President Al-Fattah al-Sisi at the ordinary session. During the meeting with Abbas, Madbouli emphasized Egyptian-Palestinian coordination to support legitimate rights of Palestinian people. Abbas expressed his gratitude for Egypt's steadfast support and conveyed his appreciation for President Sisi's supportive stance on Palestinian rights. Abbas also shared his anticipation for the upcoming Arab Summit scheduled for February 27th, hoping it will result in a unified position supporting Palestinian rights.
Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, His Excellency Ambassador Ahmed Haggag, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good afternoon, Your Excellency.
I've never been former Assistant Minister. I have been Assistant Secretary General of the Organization of African Unity. Thank you.
I'm so sorry, Your Excellency. I was informed. Could you please repeat your title again? I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Please. Yes?
Please. Go ahead.
Your title again, please.
All right. Former OEU Assistant Secretary General. Never mind, that's all right. Go ahead.
So, Your Excellency Ambassador Haggag, the 38th edition of the African Union in Addis Ababa, during which Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli have attended, and there was meetings on the sideline of the summit. So we'd like to start with the sideline meeting that took place between Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas.
I think it's very important. The Palestinian question is and always, because of the intervention of Egypt being on the agenda of the summit of every year from the OEU in the past and now to the African Union. And he also participated in the first meeting and with other heads of state and is giving the privilege of giving the first statement among the heads of state. So Egypt's support to the Palestinian people is very important. Egypt is the main supplier of assistance to Gaza since 15 months now, and also campaigning against the proposal of the President administration in the United States to send away the people of the inhabitants of Gaza Strip, both to Egypt and Jordan. Mr. Trump has met the King of Jordan, and there will be a summit in Cairo on the 27th, including the major Arab countries, which we are in other countries also, and followed by an Islamic grouping meeting in order to show to the outside world how Egypt and Jordan and the rest of the Arab world are consistent in opposing this draconian decision without insulting, without taking the advice of the Egypt and Jordan.
Yes. Your Excellency Ambassador Haggag, also during the summit there were several important issues that were high on the agenda of the summit. Could you give us an idea about the most important points that were discussed during the summit?
First of all, there will be a change on the leadership of the African Union Commission.
Yes.
The President Commissioner, Mr. Faki, the former Foreign Minister of Chad is going to, his term of office is going to resign. There are 3 candidates to take his place from Djibouti and Kenya,
yes,
and also Madagascar.
yes.
By the way, Egypt is presenting a candidature of its own to be a lady, a distinguished lady, to assume the position of the deputy president of the Commission.
Yes, yes. Your Excellency, Ambassador Ahmed Haggag, recently we have witnessed a leap between Egypt's relations and the African countries. Recently, the visit by the Kenyan Prime Minister to Egypt, and also Foreign Minister Badr Abdel-Ati, there has been several made tour to the African countries during which he met with the presidents and the prime ministers of African countries, and we feel that there is a great leap in the relations, and Egypt is making its relations with the African countries more stronger in the past only the 2 or 3 past months.
I think Egypt has been very consistent in its relations with Africa. There is an increase in the Egyptian diplomacy at the heads of state level, or the foreign minister, or the different organs of the Egyptian government. Since the inauguration of the African free trade area, Egyptian exports has increased to the continent, not only which will is going to enter African markets without being subject to tariffs or restrictions, administrative restrictions. Also, we organize a lot of training programs, economic, political, and even military, for the African cadres. I think the African countries are appreciating this activity in Egypt, in spite of the economic constraints which is affecting the Egyptian economy.
Yes. Your Excellency, Ambassador Ahmed Haggag, how do you see Egypt as and its role as a connection or a linkage between African countries and the rest of the Arab world and Asian countries?
I think Egypt is an important player in the African Union, as it was before in the OEU, and we have diplomatic missions in most of African countries, and Cairo is the base of diplomatic missions from Africa, not only in relations, bilateral relations with Egypt, but also representing their countries in different neighboring countries.
Yes.
And we consult on the agenda all the time, and harmonize attitude and position at the General Assembly of the United Nations, Security Council, and other major world major institutions. So I think it is going well.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Your Excellency Ambassador Ahmed Haggag. I really had the honor to have this phone with you. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and I'm going to be back with you.